Join me as I dive into the crazy story of why I skipped my brother's wedding, all because his fiancée couldn't stand my wife. My family has always been pretty close-knit, with my brother being one of my closest siblings. His fiancée, who I guess I should call my sister-in-law to be, and my wife have a bit of a complicated history. You see, my wife and I have been married for a while now, and we've always been a tight unit. My brother and his fiancée were excited to start their new life together, but there was always this underlying tension between my wife and her. It all started with little things, like my wife making a comment about my brother's fiancé's cooking, which she took the wrong way, or my brother's fiancée making a snide remark about my wife's job, which my wife didn't appreciate. These little incidents kept piling up, and before we knew it, the two women just didn't get along. My brother was caught in the middle, trying to balance his love for his fiancée with his love for his brother and wife. One specific incident that stands out was when my wife and I were over at my brother's place for dinner. My brother's fiancée made a comment about my wife's outfit, saying she looked frumpy. My wife took that as a personal attack, and things escalated quickly. Another time, my wife and my brother's fiancée got into an argument over whose turn it was to clean the house. It was just one thing after another. The tension between them got to the point where family gatherings became super awkward. My brother would try to intervene, but it was clear that the two women just didn't mesh. I tried to stay out of it, but it's hard when you're caught in the middle. When my brother asked me to be his best man, I was honored, but I knew it was going to be a tough situation. Have you ever been forced to choose between your family and your partner? This decision changed my life forever. Subscribe if you believe love shouldn't be about choosing sides. But sometimes, life forces us to make impossible decisions. Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone else feeling alone in this struggle. Remember, the strongest relationships are those that survive the toughest choices. The day before the wedding, I was really struggling with what to do. My brother was excited, my wife was hurt, and I just felt stuck. I didn't want to hurt my brother's feelings, but I also didn't want to put my wife in a situation where she'd feel uncomfortable or disrespected. I decided that I just couldn't make it to the wedding. Skipping my brother's wedding was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. I felt like I was betraying my brother, but at the same time, I was trying to protect my wife and our relationship. It's been a tough road, and I've had to deal with the fallout. My brother and I haven't spoken much since then, and it's hard to see him with his new wife. In the end, I've learned that family loyalty is complicated. Sometimes you have to make tough choices to protect the people you love. I hope you guys can relate to this story and share your thoughts in the comments. If you're interested in more crazy family stories, check out that video right over there.